Now, back in 2023, many of you will know that Nio in Norway entered a partnership with Oslo Taxi, which is the biggest or largest Norway taxi operator. I mean, this entailed Nio having some of their models, EL6, being utilized by this Norway taxi operator. And boy, I must say, it has been good because apparently the reason why I'm talking about this, we just got to be reminded as on screen a picture which shows obviously the two EL6 in the streets of Norway being utilized for taxis, and it shows that that partnership, it's a partnership that I suppose it went well because that partnership entailed, of course, that taxi operator using Nio's vehicles also, which I think also it includes, in fact, the ES8, EL8, which is what it's called in Europe. It's also included on this list. And the good thing about Nio with this partnership is that in Norway, Nio has already have got quite a number of battery swapping stations, which means that this Oslo company that partnered with Nio, they can utilize Nio's battery swapping stations or battery swapping network that is already in Norway. Think Norway already has got like almost 20 battery swapping stations, which therefore means that as they are doing the taxi business, they are also enjoying the battery swapping stations services that comes to those that subscribe to bus, which is something that is just so good. So seeing Nio models on the streets of Norway, I was very excited, and it reminded me, or it took me back to that partnership where we saw, of course, Nio and this Oslo taxi operator. It made me to be really excited, right? I mean, battery swapping station is one of the things that will make this to be so good, right? I mean, the infrastructure, like I said, for Norway has got, I think, plus 20 battery swapping stations, which is something that is pretty good. I mean, one model that will do, or it's doing well for Nio in Norway, it's of course the EL6, right? EL6 has been that car model under Nio that has been doing very well for Nio, or selling at least more than the other EV models under Nio, which is something that is good. You will know that Norway, it is one of the countries globally that in terms of EV penetration, they are really up there, right? And which is why I think it was quite strategic for Nio to even start by Norway as they are penetrating the European market, because they know that the penetration rate for Norway, it's up there. Nio might not be selling that much in Europe, but hopefully with Firefly also going to go to the mix, we can expect things to improve, right? Sales to improve in Norway, because not only do we know now that Firefly starts around $16,000 with a battery, but we also know now the price without the battery, which we discussed in the previous video, which is around 11,120 in China, which therefore means that obviously we could see also in Norway the prices of a battery, or the bus price of Firefly coming up, maybe putting Firefly at $20,000. Who knows? But if that is the case, it's going to also open up quite a number of sales for Firefly into Europe. It's only the beginning. Yes, battery swapping stations for Firefly, probably they will only get in Europe sometimes mid to end of next year. But look, the future is just so bright, because once Nio can start also deploying Firefly battery swapping stations, depending on the number of people that are buying Firefly in Europe, then guess what? It's lights out, because it brings down the price of the car. At the same time, it increases the number of sales, or increases the number of inflow orders, because instead of people going to pay $26,000, which I think is the price of Firefly in Norway, they are going to pay like $23,000, which is something that is great, something that obviously we look forward to. So yeah, man, tell me what you think about this. Blue sky is coming, long term will win. Those that are persevering throughout the headwinds of the share price will most definitely be rewarded with time. It takes me some time to make these videos. I mean, one thing that I like about Norway is that when you talk about the tariffs that are being imposed, or the additional tariffs that EU Commission imposed onto EV makers like Nio, Norway did not participate to that. meaning that Norway prices of Nio never changed, whereas other countries they had to be adjusted in cognizance of the tariffs that got adjusted by this EU Commission end of last year. So yeah, man, I am very looking forward to, of course, more sales coming into Europe, especially knowing the fact that Nio is going the distributor sort of like way, which is a good way. And over and above that, China and EU Commission, they are talking to find a base price for all the exported Chinese EV cars, which is something that is good, and hopefully it gets to boost the sales. Hopefully it gets to boost the kind of deliveries that we see coming from Europe, right? I mean, there's a lot that we've spoken about when we are talking about Europe, and Europe, it is that place where we can expect great things to come. I'll see you on the next one, my dear friends. That is all from me. Like, share, subscribe, and God bless you all.